Okay, now that we've covered the oscillators and the matrix and modulation, let's move on to effects, this tab here. This is where you can apply all the different global effects to your sound. It works by simply turning on any of the effects you want to use, which places them in the rack, and it also places them in the order that you can see here. So the signal comes in the top of the rack and passes through each effect in turn. But you can change this by dragging them up and down if you want one to appear before another one. And then as well as having the switches at the top here, you have bypass switches alongside as well, with mix styles as you'd expect for setting the balance of dry-wet on each. So we'll start off looking at chorus and these other modulation style effects. First up, if you don't know what a regular chorus does, then it basically adds extra voices which have a delay which is being modulated. So it creates the feeling that you have a chorus of sounds rather than one sound. If I turn it on and off, you can hear the effect. Instantly we get a bit of extra width, and also you can see that modulation or that movement as the meters are dancing up and down there. You can increase or decrease the effect obviously with the mix style, but you've also got depth here, which you can hear brings it in, so it makes it narrower and turns it from a sort of wide sound that's dancing around to a kind of narrower, phasier one. You also lose quite a bit at the top end with this one in its default setting because of this low pass filter here. So if you want to bring those high frequencies back in, then use that dial. And if you want to make it sort of more obvious and a bit like an old organ, where you can hear a kind of detuning rotary style effect, then you can increase the feedback and rate perhaps. But yeah, you're unlikely to want to turn the feedback up too high unless you want it to turn into a flanger style effect. Although that is quite a nice kind of ripple echo effect you got going on there with a high feedback there, keeping the rate nice and low. So you can experiment to get some more interesting sounds out of it, but the default kind of settings work pretty well too.